Even with a critical flaw, the Parrot Bebop 2 is a great beginner drone. Hi, I'm Bob from TTPM, and this is the Parrot Bebop 2 FPV. Do you want to buy a drone, but you're afraid of accidentally destroying a hugely expensive toy since, you've never flown a drone before? Well, Parrot solves that problem. Almost. The Parrot Bebop 2 FPV is a relatively lightweight drone that offers many fun and useful features and accessories. And that includes the drone itself, which also has an embedded 14 megapixel camera, a Skycontroller remote control that's supposed to extend your Wi-Fi connection range, and cockpit glasses that offer a camera eye view of your flight, which is a lot of fun. One important thing to know immediately about the Parrot Bebop 2 is that it is not strictly a toy. It weighs 1.1 pounds and has to be registered with the FCC, which costs about $5 a year, and that's before you even get to fly it. You also need to be familiar with all drone laws in your area to ensure you aren't breaking local ordinances about drone flying. Now that that's out of the way, there's both good and bad in this package, so let's start with the good. First, the Bebop 2 features about 25 minutes of flight time on a single charge. It can climb nearly 500 feet and claims to have a 1.2 mile range. That's a lot of flight time and really good distance. The drone is also easy to put together thanks to color-coded stickers and caps that are on both the rotors and the bases that guide you without impacting the aesthetics of the unit. Beyond the hardware, Parrot offers a downloadable app that connects to your phone and drone. The flight controls available through the app are easy to use and even feature a few pre-programmed tricks. The ease of use in flying with the app makes the learning curve of the drone relatively short, and you can start flying comfortably with about an hour of experience. I have one minor nit with the app though, and that's that the app that the instructions tell you to download isn't the right one. But after downloading the outdated app, it directs you to the new one, so it's an easy fix. This is minor, but I wish the instructions had been updated to avoid this unnecessary step. The app also lets you access two different programs for $19.99 each. The first, called Flight Path, lets you program a path for your drone to fly automatically. Just make sure you plot your personal location as the last point, or you may have to wander around the neighborhood until you find your drone again. Not that that actually ever happened to me. The second is called Flight Follow, and it allows your drone to actually follow you around automatically. And this is great for outdoor activities like boating, where your hands are otherwise occupied. Finally, the 14 megapixel camera is good, even though it's not the most current camera available. It also has some slightly limited functions. In fact, it only features a fisheye lens that doesn't zoom or move. It's embedded in the nose of the drone, so you can only get head-on shots. The trade-off is fine due to the relatively low price of the package though. Now onto the not so good. A huge issue I had was when I switched to the Skycontroller. Charging it was a challenge because you have to use the same base with interchangeable cords for both the drone battery and the controller. That means you can't charge them both at the same time. It's more of an annoyance than a real challenge, but the lack of instructions on this didn't help. The Skycontroller itself is a mixed bag. I found flying the drone was much more responsive with the controller than when I only used the app. That led to some more subtle movements to achieve the same exact result. My real issue is that I needed to tether my phone to the controller to get it to work, since my phone was still acting as my eyes when the drone was too far away to see. The problem here is that you can't charge your phone while using the drone, and flying the drone was a huge drain on my phone's battery. This is minor and easy to overlook, but the Parrot Bebop 2 has a critical flaw, an over-reliance on Wi-Fi connection to get the drone and controller to talk to each other. Remember that 1.2 mile range I mentioned? I didn't get to fly that far because the drone lost the connection with my phone and the Skycontroller constantly. Considering the Skycontroller has a range extender, this issue is major. One counter to this issue is that you can set the Bebop 2 to return to your home, which is really where your location is, when it disconnects for 30 seconds or more. While this can counter the disconnection issue, it led to another problem. For example, my first drone crashed into a tree when it disconnected and was stuck. When I was able to reconnect, I learned there was a motor issue, which I was generally able to fix in the past by resetting the unit. Unfortunately, there's no way to remotely reset the drone through the controller, and my original drone is still stranded about 100 feet off the ground. Even with the critical flaw and the loss of my first drone, I really like this drone. For its relatively low price, it's packed with features and it's a lot of fun to fly. And I never felt rushed thanks to the extensive battery life. While the dropping Wi-Fi is an issue, it's something that can be easily overcome if you fly in areas where you can easily retrieve your drone. For more on this toy, including where to buy and current best prices, find us at TTPM. And subscribe to our YouTube channels for more reviews every day.